meeting of July 9th, 2019 to order. Can we please all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let me ask the city manager if there are any additions or deletions to our agenda.
No, Mayor.
Oh. Thank you. Let me ask the city clerk to please call roll.
Mayor Weissman.
Here.
Vice Mayor Landman.
Here.
Commissioner Dr. Marks.
Here.
Commissioner Mizrahi.
Here.
Commissioner Narotsky.
Here.
Commissioner Shelley.
Here.
Commissioner Weinberg.
Here.
Mr. Wasson.
Here.
And Mr. Wolpin. Here. You have a quorum.
Thank you so much. I'm now going to ask the principal of Don Sofer Aventura High School to please give the commission an update.
Thank you, Mayor Wiseman. I want to thank the commissioners and the mayor, city manager for the opportunity to share with you the status report for Don Sofer Aventura High School. With regards to enrollment, we have 203 fully registered students and 2 students in confirmation pending that are missing 1 or more registration documents. Regarding hiring, all positions have been hired with the exception of drama and dance classes, and we are actively interviewing for both. With regard to construction, the first application of asphalt in the parking lot has been completed. Landscaping around the property is occurring. Floors 2 through 4 are almost completed. They are now focused on the completion of the ground floor and the gymnasium floor. The assistant principal and I have scheduled a walkthrough of the building for this Thursday. All FF&E and curriculum orders have been placed. We are continuing to receive Florida State assessment scores for all of our students. We are communicating with our teachers individually throughout the summer and have begun the process of distributing their MacBooks so they can begin to familiarize themselves with the equipment and begin to plan. We have had teacher professional development opportunities that began in June to familiarize them with their curriculum. We are also finalizing the teacher induction schedule that will occur between August 5th and August 16th. The police department has been very gracious in allowing us into their space for the first week, and we plan to be in the school for the second week. We look forward to a wonderful opening and continuing to build relationships now and throughout the school year. Thank you.
Mr. McKnight, let me just ask you something. Go back to the first week of the teachers.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody else have any questions? Commissioner Narotsky?
Hi, thank you. Just to be sure, though, and I don't think we've had an update lately from our consultant about this, but your understanding is that we're still on track to open for the students would be in the actual school facility, correct?
That is correct. The first day of school is scheduled for August 19th, and we plan to be in the building.
Perfect, thank you.
Commissioner Mizrahi?
Did all of our residents that applied got in?
That is correct.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody else? Okay, then, Mr. McKnight, we thank you for coming. We thank you for the report, and continue the good work.
Thank you, Mayor Wiseman.
And good luck on the drama and dance teacher.
Thank you, commissioners.
Mayor, am I allowed to make a comment as it relates to the school? Is that appropriate?
Go ahead.
I just want to say that after all that, everybody that applied that's an Aventura resident was able to get in. And think about what we went through with everything. So it's really great news.
Well, actually, they should take about 20 more kids because there is a normal attrition and turnover, and that's what they're in the process of doing. Yep. Yes, Vice Mayor Landon.
Are there any students who are going to be attending who are not Aventura residents?
Not at the present time.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, then the next item is, let me ask if any member of the commission would like to remove an item from the consent agenda. Okay, seeing as there's none, let me ask for a motion for approval of the items on the consent agenda.
Moved.
Moved by Commissioner Weinberg, seconded by Commissioner Shelley. I'm going to ask the clerk for a roll call vote.
Commissioner Dr. Marks?
Yes.
Commissioner Mizrahi?
Yes.
Commissioner Narodsky?
Yes.
Commissioner Shelley?
Yes.
Commissioner Weinberg?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Landman?
Yes.
And Mayor Weissman.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Item 6, zoning hearings, quasi-judicial. We have no items to come before the commission tonight, nor do we have any ordinances on first reading. So we're going to go directly to item number 8, ordinances second reading. I'm going to ask the city attorney to please read the ordinance under consideration.
Thank you, Mayor. An ordinance of the City of Aventura, Florida, amending Chapter 36 Retirement, Article 2, Police Pension Plan and Trust Fund, in accordance with changes contained in a memorandum of understanding between the city and the Dade County Police Benevolent Association by amending Section 3622 definitions, by amending Section 3623 administration of the retirement plan to address board composition, by amending Section 3626 service retirement benefit to revise retirement criteria, by amending Section 3629 vesting and termination to revise vesting criteria, by amending Section 3635 deferred retirement option program to revise drop participation, providing for repeal, providing for severability, providing for inclusion in the code, and providing for an effective date.
Thank you. Can I have a motion for approval of this ordinance made by Commissioner Dr. Linda Marks, seconded by Commissioner Bob Shelley? Does any member of the commission have any questions or comments about this item? Okay, then I'm going to open the item for public comment, and I'll request that anyone who has a public comment for us, please state their name and address. Is there anyone who wishes to talk on this item? I'm closing the item for public comment, and I'm going to ask the clerk for a roll call vote.
Commissioner Dr. Marks?
Yes.
Commissioner Mizrahi?
Yes.
Commissioner Narodsky?
Yes.
Commissioner Shelley? Commissioner Weinberg?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Landman?
Yes.
And Mayor Weissman.
Yes.
Motion passes on second and final reading.
The next item is resolutions, and I'm going to ask the city attorney to please read the resolution.
Thank you, Mayor. A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Aventura, Florida, accepting and adopting in principle, subject to annual revision and authorization, the City of Aventura Capital Improvement Program document for fiscal year 2019-2020 to 2023-2024, authorizing the city manager to do all things necessary to carry out the aims of this resolution and providing an effective date.
Can I please have a motion for the approval of this resolution, made by Commissioner Shelley, seconded by Vice Mayor Landman? Can I ask the city manager to please review this item?
I'd be happy to. The capital improvement plan is a 5-year plan that basically gives us the opportunity to plan for the next 5 years, projects that will be coming that are important, and that it gives us the opportunity to budget and look to the future. The first year being the most important one, and then as you go out, you plan to fund and do these projects. It allows for much more better budgeting practices and doesn't leave us, at one point looking for a lot of money when we don't have it. But there is one small change to the original one that we worked on before. There was, we did revise the bathroom project over in the rec center from $80,000 to $30,000. I had an opportunity to go over there at the suggestion of Commissioner Narodsky, myself, and Joe Kroll, and the bathroom was in much better condition than originally thought, and while it does need some work, it doesn't need $80,000 worth of work. So $30,000 will cover both the men's and the females' bathrooms. That's it.
Good news. I'm going to ask if any members of the commission have any questions or comments on this resolution. Okay, then let me open up the item for public comment. Is there anyone in the public that wishes to address this item? If not, I'm going to close it for public comment and ask the clerk for a roll call vote.
Commissioner Dr. Marks?
Yes.
Commissioner Mizrahi?
Yes.
Commissioner Narotsky?
Yes.
Commissioner Shelley?
Yes.
Commissioner Weinberg?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Landman?
Yes.
And Mayor Weisman.
Yes,
Motion passes.
thank you. Next item on our agenda is item number 10, reports. Commissioner Mizrahi.
Yes, first of all, I want to say that we're very proud of our ACES school. The scores were unbelievable. They were higher than most of the schools in the area. And the other thing is that I want to thank these three ladies sitting. Please, can you stand up? Jeannie, Leah. Thank to these three ladies that have been really on top of waterways. They have done an amazing job on the landscape, and now we have our gazebo back. We've had huge yachts that were not supposed to be there. The gazebo was used for storage of bicycles, and thanks to them, after 3 years of hard work, persistence, and our city manager, we have it back. So thank you so much. Okay, 4.
Thank you all. Is anyone else? Reports. Dr. Marks, it's a report.
Yes, we had a liaison meeting about the school a few weeks ago, and I'd just like the audience to know, as well as the rest of the commissioners, that at our September meeting, we will be meeting at 4:30 to first interview the candidates who have applied for the advisory board for the high school. And we had a wonderful, wonderful number of applications and very qualified people. So we look forward to really now, we whittled it down and now really interviewing. And this will be a public interview, so certainly anyone is welcome to come. And we're very happy about that.
Thank you. Commissioner Shelley.
Yeah, just very briefly, at our last meeting, we talked about the possibility in looking into the investment strategies that we do with our funds due to the fact that the interest rates are either dropping or leveling off. But either way, I want to personally thank, and on behalf of the commission, I want to thank Brian, our finance director, being so proactive. And I believe you'll be sending out a report to the commission on your findings on your new investment strategies. But by being proactive, it's going to be saving the city quite a bit of money, and probably increasing our income from our investments due to the fact that he's being proactive in terms of the falling rates, and yet we're capturing the rates as they are today in anticipation. So I want to just personally thank you so much for your activity, and I look forward to seeing the report.
Any other commissioners? Any reports? Okay, then I'm going to open this meeting for public comments. I'm going to ask the city attorney to review with commission members the purpose of this item.
Thank you, Mayor. In accordance with the procedural rules of the city, the public comment portion of the agenda is solely to receive input and comments from the members of the public on matters which are of concern and pertinent to the city. Under our rules, the City Commission is not to engage in discussion on the item, but simply to receive the input. If any follow-up action is needed, the city manager will follow up on the particular matter, addressing the residents' concerns subsequently.
Thank you so much. Let me ask if any members of the public have any comments or want to say anything to us tonight. I'm going to ask that when you come up, you give your name and address. Anybody? Going once.
Hi, my name is Sandy Goldsmith. I live at 20301 West Country Club Drive in Aventura. I've had a situation continuous for 2 years, but I just want to say
Go on.
that the police department, their staff, and of course the main man, the chief, has been there 500%. And Aventura is very, very lucky to have him here, because I've been here for 24 years, and since he started, it has improved with safety, feeling comfortable, and knowing that you can reach out to someone when you need them. Thank you very much. And of
Thank you.
course, the mayor.
Thank you, Sandy.
I wish he could say another 10 years.
Thank you, Sandy. Any other public comments? Come on.
My name is Jeannie Stockman. I know most of you, but I have to compliment you. I live down the street at Yacht Club Drive. I never heard so many comments when you were going to start that school. And I have to tell you, it is the most magnificent project, and one of the best in Aventura. The neatness, the way your men come at 6:30 in the morning, I know because I've seen them on my way out. And I just thank you because I think it's a great addition to Aventura. You've made it very, very special, and it's beautiful.
And I will share that compliment with the city commission.
They are I have to tell you, without them, we wouldn't have the pier back.
Absolutely.
Thank you. And Jeannie, maybe you could take one more minute, and not all of us live on the waterways, and kind of explain what the three of you have done there in terms of opening up the gazebo. Not everybody here lives there, so they wouldn't necessarily know what's been going on.
Well,
Please.
I've been boating in the marina since 1991. I was the second boat to come in to the marina. I was fortunate enough to have a beautiful boat store called Boutique Boutique. Bob Shelley knew it well and was a great help to us. We did magnificent, really great, we brought in 1,000 people at a time. Boats used to come up to the pier. They used to get off. They used to shop there. It was really a community when all of a sudden it was taken from us. 4 years ago, I mentioned it to Denise. I said, I got to get that pier back. They're just bringing in boats, they're closing it down. So with the help of Gladys, thank you, and with the help of our wonderful manager and Joseph Kroll, it just worked. Everybody said it couldn't be done. I was actually fired from being on a committee for the Waterways Community Association because I was starting about the pier. And they said, you're no longer going to be here. And you know what? It was worth it. So I thank you all, and it's open to the public now. And the next thing we have to do is see how we can get some benches out under the gazebo. I see people walking down there now with their children with wheelchairs. I just said to Lee, I saw a man that just had a stroke. I saw him going down it the other day with his aide, and it makes me feel good. So you remember it when, and I said if that was the last thing I was going to do, I was going to see that pier came back to the people. So I am so happy, and thank you so much for all your help. I was obnoxious about it, but it's okay.
Jeannie, thank you. Leah, thank you. And Vivian, thank you. We appreciate it. Is there anyone else that would like to address the commission? Daniel, come on.
Hi, good afternoon. Daniel Naim from 20865 Northeast 32nd Avenue. Just want to congratulate all of you and also the police department. I do a little bit of social media, as you all know, and I've been receiving, there was this post that's from Frida Lapido the other day. I was actually out of the country. I opened in the morning. It's thank you, Sergeant Mark Frieder, for the Aventura Police Department for going out of your way to change that flat tire in the worst summer heat. So they put pictures of the actual police helping to change the tire, and it has, I don't know how many likes, and everyone is saying how wonderful is the police. And the other one, it's an article from CBS Miami, the Aventura Police helping elderly woman find new home after being evicted. So that's the city of Aventura that everyone wants. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Daniel. Couldn't say it better ourselves. We all concur, and we thank you guys for everything you do every single day. Anybody else? Okay. There is no other business that I'm aware of, so with that, I'm going to ask for a motion to adjourn, made by Commissioner Narodsky, seconded by Vice Mayor Landman. Anybody opposed? This meeting is hereby adjourned.